Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to create this responsive portfolio website using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. The source code is available in the description. If you like the content, please do like, share and subscribe and try to visit the channel. There are tutorials, line by line tutorials. Uh, you can learn the front-end web development and there are a lot of projects are available on the channel. Try to visit the channel for more amazing content. Now let's go through each and every section. Right now we are in the home section. You can see I have aligned the nav bar here by using this button, menu icon, the desktop version also. You can see the hover effect on each and every section. Then you can close the nav bar here. Then we have the text and we can see the hover effect and change in the icon, the arrow icon. You can see it will move towards upside when you hover onto it. And you have a down arrow button to go to the next section. Then we can go to the next section is the portfolio section. You can see the hover effect. It tells what that project is and what which domain it is from. And you can see we can also by using the swiper we have added more projects here. Then you can go to the professional skills section. You can see the image right side revealing. You can see the bar effect of the skills proficiency percentage. And then we can see the education and experience timeline. You can see how we have aligned them. Then we have the pricing for each and every service. You can see the icons, integration of icons, as well as you can see the hover effect. Whenever we hover onto it, the color changes, and box shadow effect. You can see like a 3D box, 3D button. You can see the box shadow effect. And then we can go to the contact section. You can see we integrated the icons as well as the form. Whenever we hover onto the button, the color also changes as well as the arrow mark will shift towards upside. This entire website is done using HTML, CSS and JavaScript, and it is very beginner friendly. The website is also available in mobile and tab version also. This website is entirely responsive. You can see this is the desktop version. Now let's go to the mobile version. This is the mobile version. You can see how neatly they have aligned. Then you can also see the menu bar, drop down menu section. And see how neatly the transition is taking place. That is movement from one section to another section. And this is the tab version of the website. You can see how neatly they have aligned, taking the space properly. The menu bar. The source code is available in the description. If you like the content, please do like, share and subscribe. And definitely try to visit the channel for more amazing tutorials and designs. There are a lot of designs available, lot of projects, not just portfolios. We have travel websites, movie websites, and you can learn front-end web development. And we have also added line by line coding tutorials to explain you each and every line in the making of this portfolios or websites. Try to visit the channel. The source code is available in the description. If you like the content, please do like, share and subscribe. Thank you. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Now let's go through line by line code for this portfolio website. You can see here. Right now let's go to index.html file. In the head section you have the meta elements. Then we have the title tag for that is responsive portfolio. Then we have link tag to link our style.css file. You can see this is our style.css file. Then we have link by using the link tag we have linked our Google API fonts, and you can see we are using pop-ins. And then we have linked preload image, that is the first image that we want to load when the website is in the active state and the starting state, that is pf image. Then we can go to the body section. In the body section you can see we are in the header section, and in the header section we have the main container div. Then we have an anchor tag for the logo, that is Aditya. Then we have navbar and the navbar we have an order list, and another list has list item, anchor tag, and for each and every anchor tag we have an h reference. This reference is nothing but whenever you click on the home button, it will move to the home section id with the home. You can see here for the section here we have id as home, so it will move to this particular section whenever you click on this anchor tag. So similar way we have taken portfolio, skills, timeline, price, and contact nav elements. Then we have a button. In that button uh, we have menu. This is for the menu toggle, this is for the menu element we have in the home section. You can see here, this is the nav bar, we have the logo Aditya, then we have the nav elements, that is home, portfolio, skills, timeline, price, and contact. Then we have the nav button. You can see here X, here we also have a nav button. Whenever you click on it, it will open the nav bar. So we can go to the CSS file along with it, so that you can be able to understand each and every section. So right now we have the root. Root is nothing but whatever the values that you want to use in this entire website. You can have those values here, giving them any name. Like here you can give dash dash sonic silver. Then we can call those values in the code by using var. Let me show you. Here you can see font family var of that particular name that you are given. FF Malish. You can see here FF, you can see FF Malish, that is Malish font family. So what are the basic default values that you want to use, you can give them here in this format. And then we can go to the code, that is for start, this is for reset. So it will continuously reset your website, it will refresh your website. Margin and border is given to it. Box sizing is border box. For every list item the default style will be applied to it. So to remove those default styles we will use list style is none, so it will remove any default styles that will apply. Then we have anchor tag. For that also we want to remove the default styles. Then we are using text decoration is none, color is inherent. Then for the anchor element, these are all default values, that is we want display in block, and image height is auto. Then whatever the default height it has, whatever the size of the image it has, it will show. And for the input and button and text areas, we have the background is none, border is none, font is inherent. Then we have input and text area which is 100%. Button, cursor pointer, button, for the button we are using cursor pointer. And then you can see cursor pointer is nothing but whenever I hover onto the index.html, you can see the pointer will change into cursor. Then we have address. For the address we have font style is normal. HTML, you can see this is starting one. HTML, for that font family is added, font size, scroll behavior is smooth. Then for the body section we have added background color, font size, line height, and letter spacing. You can see line height is nothing but the gap between each and every line is nothing but line height, and the letter spacing is nothing but the space between each and every letter is letter spacing. You can see here we have given letter spacing equal to 0.2 pixel. Then focus visible, or then we have placeholder. For the placeholder value we are giving color. This placeholder value you can see in the contact me section. You can see this this name, email, message, these are placeholder values. So those values have the color that is given over there. You can see here where color is given to them as gray. And WebKit scroll bar is whenever you want to add scroll bar directly to your website, you can use this WebKit scroll bar by mentioning the width and height of the WebKit. You can see here in the VS also we have the scroll bar, and this is the scroll bar, and whenever I hover onto it, you can see it will get a little light in color. It is added here similar way. Then we have container. For the container we are adding padding inline is 30 pixel. Section, for that we are adding. Then we have image holder. For the image we are giving width and height, aspect ratio, that is nothing but width and height are given to it. Then we have has before and before functions are very important. And then we have image cover, section subtype. These all the values are default values for the elements, that is h1 h2 elements. For that giving font values, color values are given, and for each and every element also we are giving values. You can see here line height is 1.4 for h1 and h3 elements. So these are heading elements. For the section title we are giving margin block and is 40 pixel. Then card is nothing but position relative, overflow is hidden. Border radius is we are giving border radius to it. And for the card content, You can see card content. This is for the home section. The home section, you can see the background card is available, right? So this card is given here. Position is absolute, top is 10 pixel, right is 10 pixel, bottom is 10 pixel, left is 10 pixel. These values are given. Then grid and flex end. Then whenever we hover onto it, opacity will be equal to 1. Then we have these are all the default values. The scroll bar track, this is for the scroll bar, these 3 values. Then we have the header section, this is the starting section. The above values are all default values, and the scroll bar section we have. Now in the header section we have position is fixed, top, these values are given to it. Then we have header container, displays flex, justify content is space between. You can see both are aligned, the space is aligned exactly between them, and then move towards each and every end. That is nothing but justify content is space between. Align items is center, gap is given to them. Then we have logo. For the logo element we have given the values, this is the Aditya logo. Then we have nav toggle button. For that we are given the width, height, background color and transition. Then this nav toggle button, this nav toggle you can see is that it is for the nav bar. You can see here in the image. So whenever you click on this cross button, it will close the nav bar and it will have an nav bar menu icon, and whenever you click on it, it will show the menu bar. So that feature is added. And for the nav bar we are using position is absolute, top, left width is given to it. Then whenever is navbar is active, we have maximum width is 250 pixel, visibility is visible. You can see for the original navbar we are giving visibility is hidden. So whenever you click on this menu icon only, then only the navbar will be visible. That code is written in the in the JavaScript. First we have add event listeners to each and every element. We are adding an event listener. So as we go on into each and every section, an event will be added to it, and our event listener will be added to it. So in the navbar, what we are doing, data navbar, data nav link and data nav toggle. Here you can see the nav section, we have nav toggle button, toggle menu. So these values are referred over here. So whenever you can see the first constant that we are creating is that, so whenever you click on that button, then it will add active list to it. Active list will be added to the nav bar. So what is this active list? You can see here active list will add visibility equal to visible. So the website will be visible, then only the website will showcase. And whenever you click on the cross button, it will remove the active list. That is the reason we are adding toggle. In place of toggle we can also add and remove function also. And you can see here whenever the close navbar button is clicked, we will remove the active list. That is, you can see here the cross mark is there, right? So whenever you click on the cross, then this navbar will disappear because the active link will be removed. So what is this active link? Active link has visibility equal to visible, right? So if this is not applied to the navbar, then the visibility will be hidden. So it will be removed. Then navbar list, nav link, slide down button, and we have the hero section. You can go to the hero section. In the hero section, you can see this is the hero section. In the this first section we are having the image, that is the figure, and we are also adding the background, that is the div element, hero content. We are adding using paragraph element, h1 element, that is the heading element. Then unordered list for adding the list item, and anchor tags. And ion icon is the icon that we are using in this website. For this website development, we are adding arrow forward outline button to it, icon to it. Then we have the main 3 domains. Then we have another unordered list for list item and span element of years of experience, and strong element for 5+ years. Then we have list item, strong and span element. Then we have an anchor tag for the slide down button, and we have an icon by using the arrow down icon. This is the hero section. And hero section, you can see here, this is the hero section. Then in the hero section you can see the name, the heading, and the button, and the card holder. Let's go to the hero section. This is the hero section. Background color is given, padding is given. For the hero banner we are adding the margin block and maximum width is given to it. Hero title and hero list is given. And for the list link we are using display flex. Justify content is flex to start. align items is center, gap is 12 pixel. You can see all the links, that is web development, Canva design and YouTube. They are aligned towards the left hand side, that is flex start direction. And whenever you hover onto those links, what will happen is the color will change. At the same time, the ion icon, you can see here the ion icon transition will take place. That is, whenever you hover onto this links, that is web development, Canva design and YouTube, the arrow will show towards upside. That transition is taking place here. You can see ion icon transition is given to it. Then we have list item, displays flex start, center, experience, that is, you can see the experience section. We have two experience sections, that is 5 plus years of experience, 850 plus of successful projects. We are using display flex and we are aligning them at the center. The gap given between is 15 pixel. The 15 pixel gap, you can see a gap. This is the 15 pixel gap is given over here. Then we are given color, font size, font weight, basic values. Then we have skills. Then we can go to the next section. Next section is the portfolio section. In the portfolio section, we have the main div, that is content. Then we have paragraph element for the heading, section subtitle, section title, best works. Then we have another list, and in that we have a list item. Inside list item, we have a div that is called as card div, and for that we are adding a figure. Then we are adding an anchor tag, and anchor tag, in that anchor tag we are adding the ion icon, that is arrow forward outline icon. Then we have H3 element, that is card title. For the card title, paragraph element for card text. In the same list item is copied again for 6 more times. You can copy it again for 6 more times for 6 portfolios. You can see here. Let me show you the portfolio image. This is the portfolio image, and you can see the headings are aligned towards the left side. We have already seen this. And then section title is given to them, colors are added to them. And we have already given the default values, that is, whenever you hover onto these images, you can see a card will appear on it, and it will showcase an arrow, as well as it will showcase the details that we have added, movies and web development. You can see here, I have already told you about the card. Here you can see whenever you hover onto the card, the opacity will become 1. And what is this opacity? Because we are adding an absolute to it, so it will hover onto the image, a card will be shown, and data will be shown with an arrow mark, that we have already discussed. Next we can go to the next section, that is skill section. Just one second. Can go to the next section, that is skills section. In the skills section, we have the main div container. Then we have another div for skills content. In that we have paragraph element for section subtitle and H2 element for section title. This is the default values that I have already explained to you, because of which only they are aligned towards the left hand side. You can see the skills and skills heading both are aligned towards the flex start element, that is to the left hand side, which we have already added. Then you can see that we have a paragraph element for the data, and we have an unordered list. In that we have a list item, and in that list item we have two divs. One is for the wrapper, that is for the information, that is HTML, CSS, and with the skill value is 85%, 95%. And we have another div for progress bar, and this progress bar width is equal to 95%. We are using style equal to 95%. You can see in the skills image that it will cover up to 95% of the skill bar, that is by the second div that we have added. And the same list item is copied again for 3 more times. And then we have last div, that is skills banner as before div. You can see the styles here. You can see section title and section we have already talked about this. Then we have the wrapper. For the wrapper we are using display flex direction is space between, align items is center. You can see they are aligned exactly in the equal format, one after the another. Then space between, right? So we have spaces added between HTML and 95%. You can see the spaces added exactly between them. Then we have section title, section progress bar. For the progress bar, we are adding the background color, and the width is already defined in the index.html, right? Here you can see the style. We are using inline style here, and we are already given the width, that is 90%. So we are just adding the color to it. For every progress box, we are adding the background color, and you can see timeline item. Uh, that's it. Next we have the timeline section. In the timeline section, we have the container, main container, then we have paragraph element for subtitle, and we have heading element for the section title, which we have already seen. You can see here. Let's go to this one. Next, this one. That we have added another list. We are using another list again, and we are using list item. In that list item, we have h3 element for the time period, paragraph element for the item title, and for another paragraph element for the item address. And the same list item is copied again based on your interest. I've copied here like 5 times, and you can see here you have added like 4 here. There's one more again. This is the timeline that we have added, and you can see here for the timeline icon we are using displays grid. Gap is 15 pixel, so you can see 15 pixel of gap is given to each and every timeline. And then we have given them color, font size are added to them. Font size is added to them, and we have already added display flex is there, right? So for the container element, so each and every element is aligned one after the another, and you can see how they are equally spaced. Then we can go to the next section, that is the pricing section. In the pricing section, we have the main div, that is container. Then we have another div that says pricing content, paragraph element for section subtitle, h2 element for section title, and another paragraph element for section text. Then we have unordered list. In the unordered list, we have the list item. Inside list item, we have a div that is nothing with paragraph card, and we are using ion icon here, and we are adding h3 element for card title and data element for card price. So the same list item is copied again for as many cards that you want to add. And then you can see here this is the one, and because we have already known that for the section title and section subtitle, they will be aligned towards the left hand side, because we have already gone to the code that says towards displays flex is added to them, and flex start is the justify content we have given. And for the paragraph element, you can see section text is given 60 pixel. You can see above margin, this margin is 60 pixel. Then we have pricing list. For the pricing list, then you can see here we are using displays grid. Gap is 30 pixel, and the gap you can see for each and every card we are adding 30 pixel of gap. And you can see for the pricing card we are adding the color. Background color is given to it, background color, border radius is given, and box shadow effect. You can see the box shadow effect, it looks like a 3D icon. And then we have for the pricing card we are using for the ion icon, we are applying the color to it. You can see for the icon we have orange color, and whenever we hover onto it, we change the color to white color, and that is added here. You can see that whenever you hover onto the pricing card, then background color will change into theme color, and the color will change for ion icon color, and the normal text color will change into white color. You can see here the app development, the price, and the icon color change into white, and the background color change into orange. Then we have the contact me form. We can go to the contact section, and this is the contact section. And in the contact section we have the main div, that is the container div, and inside we have another div that is contact content. Then we have paragraph element for the section subtitle, and h2 tag for the section title, and we have another paragraph element for section text. Then we have an unordered list. In that unordered list we have the list item which has contact item, that is address. First we are using ion icon for the location outline icon, then we are using address. For that address tag we are adding the address icon URL. Then another list item. In that list item we are using ion icon, and we are using an anchor element for mentioning the mobile number. And then we have used another list item, ion icon, and inside that we have an ion icon anchor element for the email address. Then we have another list item. Inside we have another ion icon, and we have an anchor tag for the website name. So the div ends here. Then we have another one, that is form div. Form, inside form we have input elements, and definitely try to mention the type element, because whenever we mention the type, let me show you. So whenever somebody is entering data into the form, and for the email ID, we have to always have at the date gmail.com, or at the date email.com is important, right? So if the user doesn't provide that input, and if you don't mention type here, if you mention type, then it will showcase an error. If you mention email as a type, then it will showcase an error to the user that you have to mention at the rate gmail.com. Then he will verify the user, and it will and he will enter the correct data. That is the reason we always have to use type in the type attribute in the input tags. Here we have email. Then we have text area. Whenever you want to give more space, then we can use text area, and we can use button. We have a button element for submit button, and we have an ion icon, that is arrow icon. You can see here we have an arrow beside submit button. Then we can go to the CSS. Then we can go to the CSS. In the CSS, you can see we have given the normal values. Then we have contact item, that is display flex. Align items is center. You can see they're aligned exactly at the center. Then we have ion icon. For the ion icon, we are given the colors, and for the contact link, we have given the color font family. And the input fields, we have given color, and you can see here that border, 1 pixel border is given. You can see 1 pixel border to each and every input tags. Then we have input field focus. So whenever you try to enter it, then the border color will change into dark black color. Then for the text input area also, we are adding the resize is vertical, and that is whenever you try to enter in the message element, it will go continuously in the vertical direction. That is, you can enter as much as data as you want. Then we have submit button. For that, we are given the background color, display flex, specify content is center, align accent is center, gap is 8 pixel, and you can see the gap, 8 pixel of gap is given here. Then we have the submit button. Hover, or whenever you hover on it, the background color will change. And for the ion icon, transition will take place. That is the you can see ion icon, we have the arrow icon towards straight right. So whenever you hover onto the submit button, the arrow icon will show towards upside. The transition will take place. Then we have the footer element. In the footer element, we have the main div, that is the container div. Then inside container, we have the paragraph div for copyright. Then we have another list. In the list, we have the list item anchor tag. Inside anchor tag, we have ion icon, that is logo Facebook. In such a way, we are copying the ion icon for adding logo Twitter and logo Instagram. Then we also added script tag. By using script tag, we added the script.js. We have linked to the script.js here, and we also added ion icon external links to our website, so that we can be able to access the ion icons into the website. You can see here all that's reserved and the social media icons. That CSS is given here, footer, and we are copyright link is inline block. And for the whenever you hover into the copyright link, then we get the text declaration is underlined. That is whenever you go to this all it reserved, then it will show as an underline below it whenever you hover onto it. And for the social list, we have added display flex, justify content is center, gap is 20 pixel. You can see 20 pixel of gap is added to each and every social link, that is Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Then you can go to the social media queries. Media queries are nothing but whenever you want to make your website responsive, that is whenever you want to make your website available in the mobile version, tab version also, then you will use this media query. This is nothing but first you have to write the entire code for any of the versions, that is mobile version or for the desktop version. We have written it for the mobile desktop version, right? Now we have written it for the mobile version. Now we will change small values. We can see here display justify flex start, gap is equivalent. The minimum width is 576 pixel, means that the website, the devices that are that has larger screen size than 576 pixel, that is nothing but more than mobile devices, these values will apply to them. So Here we are changing nothing but the display values are changing, the font size values are changing. You can see for 760 above pixel means this is for the tab, and you can see display mostly the font size values will change, display values will change. You can see quick template 3 and 1FR, that is in the desktop version you have lot of space, right? You can display 3 items at the one place. You can see here in the portfolio section, this is the desktop version, right? So we can display three portfolios, that is three projects you can display. In the mobile version we don't have that much space, so you can only display them in the one after the another. That is the reason in the desktop version we are using grid template is column repeat is 3 1FR, that is 3 items you can display. And whenever in the mobile version we are using grid template column repeat equal to 1FR, because we don't have more, we don't have large size for the mobile device, right? So we want them to be displayed one after the another. You can see mostly the font size values, display values only change. There is no new code is added here. The simply whatever the value that were already given, for them you are changing the font size value, the display values will be changed, that's all. And you can see most of the elements will be having those values only, so you don't have to be worried about what responsive web design is. The That is, it is very important, because if your website is available in all device types, then it will be accessible to more users, right? So that is the reason responsive web design is very important. You don't have to like worry about it. First try to complete one site, that is either mobile version or either desktop version. Then you can just change those values. By changing those values, mostly font size values will change, the display values will change, because in the mobile version we don't have large space, right? So we have to display any elements one after the another. In the desktop version we can display one beside also, right? In the portfolio you can see here also that we can display three projects, right? So in the desktop version we can display three projects. We are using display by using the grid element, we are specifying that we can display three elements, so three elements are specified. In the mobile version we cannot display three elements, right? Because the size is small, so you have to mention grid template column is 1FR, that is one after the another it will be displayed. So these values, there are no new values added here, just the values will change, that is size values will change, the width will change, that's all. So you don't have to be worried about them too much. So just concentrate on building one side of this one side the coin, that is whether desktop side or the mobile side, and then changes values accordingly based on the view. Yes, that is display values will change, and the font size background values will change, that's all. And we have already gone through the JavaScript. Then the website ends here. This is the website that we built. The home section, then portfolio section, skills section, pricing section, education section, contact section. That's all. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to create this responsive portfolio website using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. The source code is available in the description. If you like the content, please do like, share and subscribe, and try to visit the channel. There are tutorials, line by line tutorials. You can learn the front-end web development, and there are a lot of projects are available on the channel. Try to visit the channel for more amazing content. Now let's go through each and every section. Right now we are in the home section. You can see I have aligned the nav bar here by using this button menu icon in the desktop version also. You can see the hover effect on each and every section. Then you can close the nav bar here. Then we have the text, and we can see the hover effect and change in the icon, the arrow icon. You can see it will move towards upside when you hover onto it. And you have a down arrow button to go to the next section. Then we can go to the next section is the portfolio section. You can see the hover effect. It tells what that project is and which domain it is from. And you can see we can also by using the swiper we have added more projects here. Then you can go to the professional skills section. You can see the image right side revealing. You can see the bar effect of the skills proficiency percentage. And then we can see the education and experience timeline. You can see how we have aligned them. Then we have the pricing for each and every service. You can see the icons, integration of icons, as well as you can see the hover effect. Whenever you hover onto it, the color changes, and box shadow effect. You can see like a 3D box, uh, 3D button. You can see the box shadow effect. And then we can go to the contact section. You can see we integrated the icons as well as the form. Whenever you hover onto the button, the color also changes as well as the arrow mark will shift towards upside. This entire website is done using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, and it is very beginner friendly. The website is also available in mobile and tab version also. This website is entirely responsive. You can see this is the desktop version. Now let's go to the mobile version. This is the mobile version. You can see how neatly they have aligned. Then you can also see the menu bar, drop down menu section, and see how neatly the transition is taking place. That is moving from one section to another section. And this is the tab version of the website. You can see how neatly they have aligned, taking the space properly. The menu bar. The source code is available in the description. If you like the content, please do like, share, and subscribe. And definitely try to visit the channel for more amazing tutorials and designs. There are a lot of designs available, lot of projects, not just portfolios. We have travel websites, movie websites, and you can learn front-end web development. And we have also added line by line coding tutorials to explain you each and every line in the making of this portfolios or websites. Try to visit the channel, and the source code is available in the description. If you like the content, please do like, share, and subscribe. Thank you. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to create this responsive portfolio website using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. The source code is available in the description. And if you like the content, please do like, share, and subscribe. Definitely try to visit the channel. There are more awesome websites built using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, React.js as well. And we have added so many animation. We have used a lot of JavaScript libraries like AOS, animation, and typing JavaScript. So definitely try to visit the channel. And now let's go through the website. You can see the hover effect on the navbar, the color change effect, and you can see the hover effect on the social media icons, and you can see the box shadow effect around the navbar, and you can see the hover effect as well as you can see the color change, background color change, and hover effect on the button. Then you can see the bar design using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, so that we can be able to mention the proficiency at that particular work. You can see here. Then we have added some icons to represent uh, the the things that we do, that is web developer, mobile developer, networking, and debugging. And you can see the projects here. You can see the hover effect on the button. Then you can see the projects. You can see the hover effect on the demo button. You can see how neatly we have given the background color to the entire project work. Then you can see here two more projects, demo buttons. Then we have the contact me form, name, email, and message. And you can see the hover effect on the button and the footer with social media icons. This entire website is also available in mobile and tab version. That is, it is entirely responsive website. Let me show you that. This is the desktop view of the website as you've seen before. Now let's try to go to see the tab version and mobile version of the website. You can see this is the mobile version of the website. how neatly they are aligned, the projects as well as the contact me form. You can see how neatly they have all been aligned. You can see this is the navigational bar, and you can see below support at the date, email, our contact details, and the social media icons. And you can see the responsiveness of this website, that is movement from one page to the another by clicking on the particular navbar. You can see the project. So this website is entirely responsive, and this entire website is made using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. And the source code is available in the description. If you like the content, please do like, share, and subscribe. Definitely try to visit the channel for more amazing front-end works using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript as well as React.js. If you have any suggestions for me, please let me know in the description. Please let me know in the comment section, and the source code is available in the description. And definitely try to build this project. Thank you. Hello everyone. Now let's go through the line by line code for this professional portfolio website using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So now let's go to index.html file. In the index.html file, you can see in the head tag we have the meta elements for SEO purposes. Then we have the title tag for providing the title of the website, that is responsive portfolio. Then we have links to connect the font families and Google API with our index.html. We have used the link tag and we have referred them to through an external link. Then we have another link tag to link our style.css file. You can see this is our style.css file. Then we have linked two images. One is the PNG and one is the SVG file that we want to load before the website. That is the reason we have mentioned relevance is preload. Those two elements are added by using the link tag in the head section. So those will be reloaded first. Then let's go to the body section. In the body section, right now we are in the header section, and in the header section you can see that we have a div as container, and in the div we have an anchor tag to referring to our image, that is a portfolio image. Then we have our nav element, navbar tag for having the nav elements, that is one. We have another div where nav top, that is portfolio image, as well as we have this nav close button which is for the uh, mobile view. Whenever the screen size is small, we will not be able to display the entire website, right? So we will not be able to display this entire nav bar. So we because the size of the screen is very small for the mobile, so we will hide this website using the uh, before and after function in the CSS file, and using an aside function. By clicking on that button, we will be able to recall that navbar into our website. So for that, we are adding that nav button here, which is for the mobile. Then we have this portfolio image is for, you can see here, the portfolio image is here. Then we have uh, the unordered list for, then we have list item, and by using the anchor element we are writing the navbar elements, that is home, about, projects, contact. And by adding the h reference we are moving to that particular section. So whenever you click on this particular button, that is when you click on the home button, you will be moved to the home section. You can see here the home section we have id as home. So for the particular id, whatever id we mention here in the h reference of that particular anchor tag, that for that section we will be moved. So here I am mentioning hashtag home and hashtag about, hashtag project, hashtag contact. Then we have another div, that is to mention the uh, Gmail, email address as well as mobile number. This will also visible in the mobile view. And we have next we have is the social links, that is our Twitter. By using the unordered list, we are having the list elements, that is list elements. Then we have anchor element, and we have used the icons for this. Here I am linking Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Then we come to the end of the nav bar. Then we have another button function to open the nav menu button. That is, in the mobile version we won't be able to have the entire nav bar, so we'll be adding a menu button. So whenever you click on that menu button, then it will open the menu bar, that is our nav bar. And whenever you click on the cross button that is mentioned here, you can see this is the close button. So whenever you click on this close button, automatically the menu will close. So next, we have an overlay. Then we have header section completes here. So now let's go to the CSS file along with our HTML, so that you can be able to understand each and every section perfectly. Let me show you the image also. So first we will go to the root element. So root is nothing but whenever you want to reuse the values again and again in your website, you don't have to write them every time. You don't have to mention like this HSLA 0%, 100%. It will take a lot of time. So you will mention all those values by giving them particular names, like I mentioned here, that dash dash byte. So such values you can mention here, and by using the var element, you can let me show you the var element. Here you can see HTML font family var. Then I'm mentioning the name that I've given, that is ff manrope. So here you can see here ff manrope is the font family that we are using, that is manrope font family. So it will be directly use it at that particular point without having to write this entire value. So such elements are represented in the root element. You can see all the colors I have mentioned here. Then font family, then font sizes I have mentioned. Then I have font weight, that is 700. Then section padding and shadow effects. You can see the shadow effect here also. The box shadow effect, that effect values also I have mentioned here. Then I have radius values, then transition values also I have given. Next we can go to the star, that is the basic values, starting values. Margin padding is 0, box size is border box. Then we have list element. For any default list value, there will be default CSS will be applied to those list items. So we are removing those values by using list style equal to none. And for the anchor tag, image tag, span and button, and for the icons we using display is equal to block. And for the anchor tag also we have inherited, that is default value. So here we are giving color inherent. Then text decoration is none, is that we will remove the underline. You can see that whenever we are up using anchor tag in the website, you can see that it will have an underline and it will be in the blue color. So those values can be removed by using the text decoration is none. Then for the image also we are mentioning the height is auto. And for input and button and text area, for these three form values we are using background equal to none, border equal to none, font is inherent. Inherent means that the default values that is present, those values will be taken. Then input for the text area, width equal to 100%. Button, for the button we are adding cursor pointer. You can see whenever I hover onto the index.html file, you can see the pointer. So pointer value, that is nothing but cursor pointer. And for the icons we are using pointer event is none. HTML section for the entire body of the section, and we are using the font family, font size and scroll behavior is smooth. Then we have body element. For that we are adding the background color, and the color to the color is also added to it. Then we have adding font size and line height. Line height is nothing but, you can see the gap in each and every line is mentioned. Hello, I am Abhiram. Then in the next line we are having some space, and we are based in Russia. So that space is nothing but the line height. The gap between each and every line is nothing but line height. Then we have body.nav active overflow equal to hidden. So whenever the nav bar goes out, the elements are more, then it will be hidden. And this WebKit scroll bar is nothing but the scroll element that we have used. Uh, this is the scroll. This is how you implement scroll bar to your personal website. Then you can give the background color to it, and you can mention the hover effect also. So whenever you hover onto that scroll bar, you can see here this is the scroll bar for the VS Code. You can see that how the background color and the border radius is not given here also. You can see the square box. It is a little bit darker than the scroll bar itself. So those colors you can mention here, and whenever you hover onto it, you can see it glows. So similar way, here also I'm adding scroll bar thumb hover. I want change in color, just like here how it changes whenever hover onto it. Next we have the container, that is padding inline is 10, 16 px, then social list displays flex, align items is center, gap is 12 pixel. This social list is nothing but, you can see here the social icons. So here we are using displays flex, and we are having space of 12 pixel between each and every social media icon. Then we have social link. For that we are using font size is 2rem, transition is where transition one, as I shown you on the website, whenever you hover onto them, the social media icon will move towards upside. The transition effect value is given here. Next we have you can see whenever you hover onto any of the social link, a transition will take place, that it will move towards upside and will change in color to orange color. Then we have a section. For the section we are adding padding block, where section padding is added to it. Then width is added to it. Then h1, h2, h3, h4, these are the heading tags, and for those heading tags we are adding the color and we are adding the line height. And for each and every tag we are mentioning the font size values for h1, h2, h3, h4. You can see as the h1 to h6 are the heading values. As you go from h1 to h6, the size of the values, the text will reduce. So here we are giving our own preferential values. Then for the button element, you can see the button element here also. This is the button element. Then for the button element, we are adding color, font size, font weight, border is given 2 pixels solid. Then we are max width is equal to max content. So how much is the content, that much space it can take. So based on the value that you mention here. Then we have padding is given 12 pixel and 28 pixel. You can see 12 pixel is up and down. Then we have 28 pixel left and right. And by using the border radius value, that is border radius, we are having a curved structure to both ends of the button by using the border radius value. Transition, uh, transition is nothing but whenever you hover onto this button, it will move towards upside, and whenever you hover onto this contact me button, it will change the background color and it will move towards upside. So it is also there, that is hover and focus value. You can see that it will move towards upside. And whenever you hover on button secondary, whenever you hover onto it, it will move, it will change its color, that is the background color will change into orange and it will move towards upside. Then next we have section text. For the section text, font size is given, margin block end is given, then grid list is display grid, gap is equal to 30 pixel. Then you can see here the grid list. This is these two elements are in the grid format, and we are giving the gap between them is given here, that is 30 pixel. Then we have data reveal. For the data reveal option, we are adding the transition effect, uh, transform translate minus 30 pixel. Then we have 30 pixel bottom. This is for the transition data revealing, that will happen whenever we refresh the website. Then we will get these values uh, changing, that is it will come in an animation format. Towards the top it will move for 30 pixel, and bottom value will be from 30 pixel, and left it will come from minus 30 pixel, and x direction it will come from 30 pixel. That means for each and every direction we are moving the elements through a smooth animation. Then we will reveal the data reveal will be happening. Then we have the header element. For the header element, we are position is absolute, that is it will be fixed on the top. Top is 0, left is 0, background color is white, width is 100%, padding block is given. Box shadow effect, you can see the box shadow effect around the nav bar, that is entire header section. You can see the box shadow effect, the shadow around the header section, that is done by using box shadow. Then when header is active, position is fixed, animation is slide in, that is 0.5 second is forward. So whenever you move from one section to another section, the nav bar will be fixed at the top, so it will be available in each and every section, that is given here. Then you can see header container displays flex, the justify content is space between, and align items is center. So here what we are doing, Here we have three elements. One is the logo, one is the navbar, and one is the social icon list in the entire header section. So by using the flex and space between, we are giving equal space between each and every content, and we are aligning them at exactly at the center of this particular header. You can see they are aligned exactly at the center of the header. Then we can go to nav open button. This is for the mobile version. So whenever we are in the mobile version, we'll get this one. The button will be there available in the main header position, and the nav bar will be invisible. So whenever you click on that button, it will be visible. For that, we are adding the font size and color values. Then we have nav bar, that is fixed, top is 0, left is minus 300 pixel, and background color is given. Background color and color is given to it. Max width, then width is given. Height, padding block, and displays flex direction is column. And then we have gap is 30 pixel, visibility is hidden. So these all values are given for the mobile version. So it will be, you can see here, left minus 300 pixel means, just imagine that this is the website slide. So what I'm doing, I'm giving minus 300%. That means it will move out of the website, because it is negative value, it will go out of the website, and the visibility is hidden. So whenever you click on the navbar button, that will be visible in the mobile version. Then you can see for the navbar we are adding an active element. By adding this active element, visibility will be visible, and transform transfer text is equal to 300 pixel. That is, it will move from minus 300 to 300. That means it is outside of the website. So whenever you click on the nav button, it will move inside of the website, and you can see a small slide effect, and you will be able to see the nav elements, that is uh, home, about, projects, as well as you can see here these values will be revealed. You can see home, about, projects, and contact will be revealed from the left side to right side. That is done here. Then we have nav top, that is displays flex, justify content is space between, align items is center. Next we have nav close button. So whenever you want to close the nav bar, you can have a cross symbol, that is here. By using the ion icon, we are having the close outline. It will be available in the navbar. So whenever you click on that value, the what will happen is that it will move the back towards the back section. That is, it will become minus 300 again. It will navbar will move out of the section. Then we have nav close button, ion icon. For that, we are having the stroke width, which is the width of the icon. And whenever we over onto the nav close button, you can see the background color is changed. Then navbar list, for that we are adding auto. Then navbar link, this is for the mobile versions. Then we have the contact link transition. You can see for the contact link, this is the contact me button. So whenever you hover onto this button, the background color will change, and it will move towards upside. That values are mentioned here. Then we have overlay, that is fixed, top is 0, left is 0, width is 100%, height is 100%, background color is 1, pointer events is none, opacity is 0, transition is var. You can see here this image is actually hovering onto another image, that is nothing but uh, overlay. You can say overlay. And for that overlay, we have this 250 plus projects done. This value is given. So by using this overlay, we are able to fix the position, and we are able to arrange the element onto it. That is our portfolio image. Next we have hero section. Just 1 second, let me show you the hero section. So here we are in the main section, and in the main section we are in the hero section. In the hero section we have figure, that is the portfolio image, and hero shapes SVG file that we have. Next we have hero content. In the div we have h1 element to represent the I am front-end developer, and paragraph element to mention the small information about the work that I am doing. And I'm using another div element to have both of my buttons, that is my projects and contact me buttons. This is the hero section. and for that only we have talked about the button system. Now let's talk about the hero. Then we have hero container, displays grid, gap is 50 pixels. So displays grid, so both are having in different containers, so they will act they will move each side by having a gap of 50 pixels. Then we have hero banner, position is relative, max width is max content, margin inline is auto. Margin inline is auto. You can see, uh, once again, you can see here this background and this image is actually the banner image for the hero element that is done here. Then we have W100, which is for the blob SVG file that we have used. For that, we have given the values. Then we have hero shape. For that, position is absolute, bottom 10%, right is 2%, filter, drop, shadow, effect. Then you can see next. Next we have hero content, text align is center, all the data is aligned exactly at the center. Then we have section text, for that we are giving margin block. Then button wrapper, because we are adding display flex. Flex wrap is wrap, justify content is center, align items is center, and gap is 12 pixel. You can see my projects and contact me button, both are in the button wrapper. They are aligned exactly the center with a gap of 12 pixels. Next we have the about section. So let's go to the about section here in the index.html. So this is the about section. We have container as the main div, then we have wrapper div, and then we have another div for the left, that is for the left data that we have. That is what I do, and by using h2 element. Then we have paragraph tag to mention the values that I'm currently working on. Then we have towards the data release towards the right side. This is for the animation. That is how we are integrating the JavaScript library inside here. So by mentioning right and left, we are giving the animation reveal to it. So that means what I do and this paragraph element I'm working in web development will move from left side to right side. And this progressive list, that is web developer 100%, this mobile developer, and these values will move from right side to the center of the reveal. And you can see here I'm using an unordered list in the right hand side, that is progressive list. And we have list item. In the each list item, I'm having two divs. One div is to mention what is the project, that what is the domain, that is web developer, by using the paragraph element. And by having the span element, I'm mentioning the percentage of proficiency with that uh, particular domain that I'm working in. Then I have another div that is for to filling the progress bar. This is exactly how you're gonna fill the progress bar. Let me show you the image. Just one second. So you can see the progress bar is filled here, 100%, 90%, 85%, 90%. So this progress bar is done here. You can see I'm having a div named as progress. Then I have another div that is progress fill. So here what I'm doing, I'm giving style equal to 100%. That is, I want to fill the entire div progress div with 100%, that so that it will looks like that I have 100% proficiency in this particular domain. So I'm filling it with equal to 100%. Here I'm giving the width, and I'm adding the background color. You can see in the same color we have this value, that is the progress bar, that spreads across the entire progress div, and we are showcasing that it is 100%. So similar way, if we are copying the same element progress item again, here you can see for the mobile developer I only have 90% proficiency. So what I'm doing, I am 80% proficiency, so I'm mentioning width is equal to 80%, and you can see I'm providing the background color is here. So by providing that, I'm telling that in the entire progress div I only have 90% of proficiency, so that this is how you represent it. Then Similarly, you can copy again the list progress item two more times for two more elements, that is networking and debugging. And then we have uh, another div element, that is grid list, and this another list element, that is grid list, is actually the same things that we have done above, that is the four things that the person is good at, that is web developer, mobile developer, networking and debugging. We are here using svg files here and mentioning what we do in that particular order. That list is done here by using the unordered list again, and we are calling it, giving it last name as grid list. And here you can see we are using list item. In that list item we have div, main div, that says about card, and we have another div for adding the icon svg, that is image, and we have h3 element for adding the name of the, that is the title, and paragraph element to mention the information about that particular domain. And this same thing is copied again for four times, so here you can be able to get for the four elements that we have. You can see here we have web developer, mobile developer, networking and debugging. And now let's go to the css file. About wrapper displays grid, gap is 50 pixel, margin block and is called 70 pixel. You can see by adding the grid element we are aligning both elements in the row format, and we are having a gap of 50 pixel each between each of them. Then we have progress list, and for the progress list we have label wrapper, that is display flex, space between, justify condition space between, align items is center, margin block and is 4 pixel. You can see the progress list is nothing but this is the progress list, right? Web developer, mobile developer, networking and debugging. So we are aligning each of them one after the another, and we are having space between each and every one. You can see the space between each and every one. Then we have progress item, not last child, margin block end is given to it. Then we have progress bar. For that background color is black color. You can see that is the basic color that we are given. You can see this black color, that is the graded color first we giving as default value to it. Then we have border radius is rounded border radius. You can see we have curved edges like tube, small curved tube. Then we have progress field, height is inherent. Then about card, text align is center. You can see for the about card, that is this is the about card, all the elements are aligned exactly at the center. The icon, the title and the data, you can see they are all aligned exactly at the center. Next we have card icon. For that we are giving max width and margin inline. And for the about card, card title margin block is even. For the block card also we are giving the margin. Then uh, then we can go to the project section. So now let's go to the project section. I hope you understand everything. So now right now we are in the project section. The project section we have the main div, that is the container div. You can see here. Then we have another div, that is title wrapper, and we are using data reveal is top, that is from top side to down side the animation will take place. In that we have a div to mention our latest projects, and paragraph element to mention check out the latest fully interactive projects. Then we have anchor tag, that is the buttons to see all the projects. Let me show you the image. So this is the image. You can see latest projects and the button and the top. Then we have the main grid list that we have used. Here we are using unordered list. For that I am adding a grid list as a class, and I'm using list element. You can see this is the first list element, and in the list element I have the main div, project card div. Then we have card content div. In the card content div I'm having the data about the particular project, that is what it's in what domain. We are using the paragraph tag to mention the domain, that is web development. We are using h3 element to mention the title of the project, that is responsive travel. And we are using paragraph tag again to have small information about the project, that is card text. Then we have an anchor tag to have the button. It's by using this demo, which is nothing but the button. So whenever you hover on to that button, it will showcase you the movement of arrow forward line. You can see here, this is the one here, small arrow button. Oh, it's nothing. Then we have the second div. After that is the figure one. Figure is nothing but the image that we are importing. So in one div, that is the main div. In the main uh, div, that is project card div, we have one div element, that is card content, and another is the figure. So we are using two sections in. It is very good thing to do that, so that you will be able to add the grid list to it, so that it will align exactly at the center. So now let's go to the style.css. You can see the margin block end is given to a title. For the button element, we are using grid list equal to gap equal to 40 pixel. You can see the gap between each and every project is 40 pixel of gap will be given. Then we have the for the project card padding displays flex direction is column. Then we have gap equal to gap is given, border radius and overflow is hidden. And for each and every card, that is for the card 1 and card 2, we are adding padding, and for the card 1 padding block end is 0, and for the project gap is 0. And card tag, card title, we are adding the margin and font values to it. And uh, you can see that next we have is the project button tx. For that we are adding displays flex, align items is center, gap is 5 pixel, font size and transition is given to it. For the button, let me show you that blur. You can see here we have demo button. For that we are adding it. Just little bit blur image I have here. Next we have is the contact section. Now let's go to the same list element that we have done for the first one, project card. We are copying the code and we are changing the values for 4 more times. You can see the exact one. We are just changing the values, the data values. That's all, so that we can be able to get the project values. Next we have is the contact section, and in the contact section uh, you can see that we have the main div, that is the container div. Then we have div that says container contact part, and in that main div we have uh, one div which is for the image icon SVG file, and we have h2 element to mention the title, and we have paragraph element to mention the section text. Then we have form element, and by using the form we are having the input element, input data. What is first div is for input wrapper, that is input data elements. One is for type is text, one other one is email. The reason to mention the type is that it will give before submitting, it will show an error if the user doesn't provide the proper detail. That is, for the email element you have definitely have to mention at the date gmail.com or at the date email.com. If the user doesn't provide such information, it will show an error in the form submission. So that is one of the validation, that is the reason it is good thing to always add the type function to the input elements. Then we have text area. So whenever you want to give more space for the user to enter, then you can use the text area tag, and for that you can mention rows and column numbers, so that you can be able to input as much as data that you want. Then we have button to submit, which is send message. The end section ends here. Let's go to the CSS. Before that, let me show you the image of it. Just one second. So this is the contact form. You can see the icon image, the contact title, and section text is in one section, and we have another section, that is form section. So now let's go to the CSS contact, and we have the contact card. For that we are looking the background color, padding, border radius is given to it, displays grid, gap is 40 pixel. So because we are adding the grid, so both are aligned exactly beside each other, and the gap is 40 pixel. Section title is given. Then input fields, for the input fields we are adding the background color, font size, padding, border radius, outline, and outline is given to them. You can see for the input elements, we don't have any outline values. We can only see the name star value here, that it showcases the mandatory field to it. Next, we have placeholder. For that only, we are giving the color value, and text area input field. Minimum height is given, height, max height. Then we have resize, that is vertical. Resize vertical. Then we have for the footer element, that is it ends over here. Next, we can see the footer element, that is all rights reserved and social icons that we have. Let's go to the index.html. In the footer element, we are adding the main div, that is the container div, and we have paragraph element that says all rights reserved, and we have another list. This is the same social list that we had in the nav bar. We are copying it again over here. So that is it. In the footer element, we have two sections. That is, one is the social list, and another one is the all right reserved copy, right. So by using this, because we are adding the grid value to it, they will be aligned with space between each of them. That is all right reserved at one end and the social icons at one end. Then we have the responsive web design. So by using the date media and mentioning the maximum or minimum size of the particular screen size, we are able to add the have the small changes to the values that we have already written. The above values are these all values are for the desktop version. So from here on, we're gonna change those values. Only small values will be changing, like padding values or font size values. uh, these values will change because in the lesser screen size, we don't want the text to be in huge text. We want the text to be in small size based on the size of the screen. So by using the date media function, we do it. Minimum width is, that is, for 575 pixel and above screen size. For those, these values will apply. The maximum width and margin inline. Then for the project card, padding is equal to 60 pixel, and contact card padding equal to 60 pixel. You can see this minimum height is 768 pixel. It is for 768 pixel and above. That is for the desktop version also. It will apply. Container maximum width is 720 pixel. The section title, we are adding the FS5 values changing. That is, font size values changed to 2rem. And grid list is grid template column 1fr, that is one at a time it will be displayed. And title wrapper, space between and center. Then we have project button, minimum width is maximum content. Next we have contact. You can see these all values we have already written, just changing the values. Gap values will be changing, or we are adding the display values to it. You can see for the container, footer container also we are using space between and center. This is exactly for the, you can see that is how we are getting this gap over here, and we are aligning both of them at each ends. Next we have 992 and above. This is for the desktop view. For that, we are adding the root container and nav open button and nav bar top. Uh, these all values we are changing. There are not huge changes in the values codes. We are changing small values like font size values, color values. We are changing. Most of the time that is only taking place. It is similar to the desktop code that I have already written. So this responsive nav design is nothing but by changing the small values, that is font size values or display values, that is in the desktop version we have lot of space, so we can have display flex, and you can have space between, so that one element beside another element can have. But in the mobile version, the screen size is less, so we have to mention display, that is flex directions column, so one element below that another element will be displayed. So, and we don't want that huge size. We want only 80% of the screen size to be taken. That size only can be allocated to a particular section. That values are updated here. And for grid template column, repeat 4. You can see 4 elements will be repeated in the about section. This is for the desktop version. Next, we can see the minimum width is 200 pixels. This is also for the desktop and above version. Above screen size, you can see this is also for the above screen size values only. So this is the entire HTML CSS. Now let's go to the script JavaScript. So here we are adding const add event listener, that is function. This is will add event listeners to each and every element that is present in the main section, main section of the HTML. That is each and every section we are adding an event listener, so that we can be able to know at which particular section the cursor is currently the user is at. Next we have is the constant. Here this is for the active navbar, that is this is for the mobile version. So first we are creating constants, that is navbar, nav toggle and overlay. So this data navbar is the query selector, data nav toggler and data overlay. So these values are referring to here in the index.html. Let me show you that. Just 1 second. What are the values we have? We have data navbar. Here you can see data navbar one. This is referred over here, and by using the query selector we are referring it to as a new constant, that is navbar. Then we have data nav toggler. Um, you can see here data nav toggler for the close button. We have it. So here, which is referred here as nav toggler. Then we have data overlay. Data overlay. Data overlay. Here you can see we have the data overlay here. This is the empty div that we are using, which is referred over here as overlay. So what we are doing is that for the we are creating another constant, that is toggle navbar, and we are adding a function navbar dot classes dot toggle active overlay dot classes dot toggle active document dot body dot classes dot toggle nav active. So what we are doing is that, so whenever you click on the nav button, so whenever you will in the mobile version, whenever you click on the nav button, so what will happen is that it will add the nav active list to the nav bar, and the nav active list we have the values as visibilities. You can see here. 1 second, let me show you it so that you will be able to understand it perfectly. Here we added nav element. Second, you can see here nav active. So we are adding this nav bar active to the nav bar. So what will happen? Visibility will be visible, that is it will move transform translate x equal to 300 pixels. So it will move from outside to inside, which is invisible to the human eye, and it will come inside of the screen size, so that it will be visible to us. That nav bar is visible to us because whenever you click on that nav button, and that last is the toggle nav menu. So whenever you click on the data nav toggler, that is the second button, that is nav close or nav close button. So what will happen? It will change, it will remove this nav active, because toggle means that it will add as well as it will remove based on the click on that particular button. That is the reason we are added data nav toggler is the same reference that we have given for both the menu icon. You can see menu outline, this is for the menu icon we are given, and for also for the close icon also we have given the same value. You can see close outline also are giving data nav toggler. So toggle means that it will add and remove based on the click on that particular button. That is when you click on the menu button, it will add the nav active, and when you click on the cross button, it will close the nav bar. So that is added here by adding the add event listeners. Okay, that is click value. Then we have header value. For the, we want the header to be fixed on top as we scroll uh, towards the downside. Like I'm scrolling like this, we don't want the navbar to disappear, we want the navbar to be fixed. So for that we are adding the event listener to the windows. This is it will be only active for the windows OS. Here we are using is that whenever it is scrolling, that is 100, then we are adding the active to it, and whenever else it is we are removing that active button to it. So this is nothing but whenever in the first section, in the front section, in the home section, then it will be removed, the classes will not be added to the header section, so it will be stayed but that particular place. So whenever it moves from one section to another section, we are adding an active class list to the to the header section. So what will happen? The navbar will be fixed at the top of that particular website, and it will stick at that particular point. We will be able to see the navbar even when we are scrolling towards the downer sections. So that is done here by using this simpler code. Then we have is the data reveal. This is data reveal. This is by using how the animation take place. The information, the sections will move from top side animation or left side animation or right side animation that we have added. It will take place by using this JavaScript code. So here we are adding two creating two constant, that is reveal elements, reveal delay elements. Here we have data reveal and data reveal delay. Query selector all. So for all these values we have added data reveal and data reveal elements. uh, you can see data overlay. Mm, you can see here data reveal is top, data reveal here also is top, and we have data reveal delay 0.25 seconds. So we are referring these values over here in the script.js file. So you can see that we are referring these two values and we are giving them reveal elements and reveal delay elements as two new constants that we are creating. And we are creating a constant as reveal, and we are adding a function that for every value, that is for every time the data reveal or data reveal delay is shown in the website. Whenever we are scrolling to the website, it will be getting those values by using uh, by getting those values, inner HTML values. We are adding a class list that is reveal. So what will happen, this revealed, it will showcase that value, that is we want to, what we want the data reveal to take place from top to bottom. So we want the image to come from top side to bottom side, and it should take its place, that the revelation will take place by using this if the for and if loop condition that we are given. And whenever, and we want to have some particular delay of seconds, right? We don't want it to be plunked out right on the top. So for that we are adding the for loop to it, that is we are adding the delay elements, and we are taking those values and we are adding the transition delay to the particular element. You can see the transition delay value is already mentioned in the HTML itself, that is data reveal delay 0.25 seconds. That code is given here. And for that purpose only we are adding the script elements. One script is for the main JavaScript file, and the second script is for the unpack uni icons. And these icons we are adding, we are linking to our index.html file. So this is the website, the entire source code, that the entire code I've explained you, and this is the website that is built. Now you can see the nav bars, you can see the section elements. Then we have projects, you can see the projects, how they are aligned, and you can see the contact form and contact data, how we added the SVG files, the button hover effects, the hover effect on the social media icons. So this entire website source code will be available in the description. If you like the content, definitely try to visit the channel for more amazing content, and try to, if you like the content, please do like, share and subscribe. We are very close to reaching uh, to 4,000 hours of watch hour. So I request you, please watch the videos. It takes lot of effects to building it. Definitely try to build this project and gain more experience. And if you have any suggestions for me, please let me know in the comment section. Thank you. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to create this responsive portfolio website using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. The source code is available in the description. And if you like the content, please do like, share and subscribe. Definitely try to visit the channel. There are more awesome websites built using HTML, CSS and JavaScript, React.js as well. And we have added so many animation. We have used a lot of JavaScript libraries like AOS, animation and typing JavaScript. So definitely try to visit the channel. And now let's go through the website. You can see the hover effect on the navbar, the color change effect, and you can see the hover effect on the social media icons, and you can see the box shadow effect around the navbar, and you can see the hover effect, as well as you can see the color change, background color change, and hover effect on the button. Then you can see the bar design using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, so that we can be able to mention the proficiency at that particular work. You can see here. Then we have added some icons to represent the things that we do, that is web developer, mobile developer, networking, and debugging. And you can see the projects here. You can see the hover effect on the button. Then you can see the projects. You can see the hover effect on the demo button. You can see how neatly we have given the background color to the entire project work. Then you can see here two more projects, demo buttons. Then we have the contact me form, name, email, and message. And you can see the hover effect on the button, and the footer with social media icons. This entire website is also available in mobile and tab version. That is, it is entirely responsive website. Let me show you that. This is the desktop view of the website, as you've seen before. Now let's try to go to see the tab version and mobile version of the website. You can see this is the mobile version of the website, how neatly they are aligned, the projects as well as the contact me form. You can see how neatly they have all been aligned. You can see this is the navigational bar, and you can see below support at the date, email, our contact details, and the social media icons. And you can see the responsiveness of this website, that is moving from one page to the another by clicking on the particular navbar. You can see the project. So this website is entirely responsive, and this entire website is made using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. And the source code is available in the description. If you like the content, please do like, share, and subscribe. Definitely try to visit the channel for more amazing front-end works using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, as well as React.js. If you have any suggestions for me, please let me know in the description. Please let me know in the comment section, and the source code is available in the description. And definitely try to build this project. Thank you.